What is up, future champions? In today's game, we're breaking down how the pros play Polytopia. We'll be treated to bridge plays, a magic trick with a giant, and enough explorers to Marco Polo blush. This is a Polysseum game between the green player Vorce and the pink player Anva, where they work to fight the map and each other to claim the coveted prize of entry into an exclusive month-end Polytopia tournament, and the chance to win $100. I'm InnoFunni, a multi-billionaire with a dream, joined by Chris, who's only a multi-millionaire. Links to join the tournament yourself are in the description. Let's get started.
Alrighty, let's take a look at the map here. Okay, so right away I'm seeing that Vorce has access to more villages on this map. He's got those suburbs, those 3 suburbs right next to his capital, and then nice density over in the east. No deep water access, really nice time getting those villages.
And then on Anva's side, a couple suburbs, and a couple more cities after that. So just strictly down, like 4 villages Anva to like the 6 Vorce has. Flip side, Anva does have these 4 ruins to Vorce's 1, which might make the difference.
I mean, I'm looking at that though, but does it make up for the fact that Anva doesn't even have the ability to get port connections easily out of his capital? Like, that's tough.
Yeah. Well, let's see how the players want to deal with this.
Alrighty.
Vorce goes ahead and picks up a workshop real quick, setting the warrior out. Anva does the same.
Match that. Yeah.
Pretty standard stuff so far.
Picking up the suburbs as usual. You know, you're guaranteed 2 on Archie, so both players are just trying to get those as fast as possible.
Ooh, and look at this port! I gotta turn shared fog
What?
off right now.
What is the idea here, you think, Inna?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely looking at this. Vorce sees these shorelines. Probably worried about where Anva's capital is. Does not want to put a port up here next to this, or more centrally, where you might want to ordinarily, for fear that you put the raft in and then you get hit by those warriors. I'm also looking at... I think Vorce was looking at getting a capital connection with this port, upgrading to level 3 with the... So just trying to get everything set up on the water. But my thing is, if you're really worried about Anva being up here, which, you know, as we know, very founded Anva is up here in the north, then surely you would take an instead of a workshop on this city, right?
Yeah, or maybe you just wait on the port entirely and you kind of scout out with that warrior there, move it southeast next turn, try to see what the land looks like. And then if Anva is there, then, you know, you can put the port in a smarter position.
Yeah, I'm wondering what this 3rd warrior on the capital is doing, too.
Hopefully jumping in a port, right?
Yeah. But the game continues. Ooh!
Riding? Whoa, wait a second. Okay, tell me about this riding play.
Yeah, so if you turn over to Anva's perspective real quick, we see those borders. We know where Vorce's city is. Now, everything that we were just saying about Anva's plays, like, it's not looking too attractive to go into the water. Not that they know they have fewer cities over in the east than Vorce does or anything. But what they definitely know is that this does not look like it connects. There's a very good chance that this doesn't. And, as we know, no port connections here. So they're trying to get all those connections some other way. I think they're going to be trying to go for roads and rush down Vorce on land, which is crazy for Kickoo. They start with fishing. They should be in the water. But Anva doesn't play like that. Anva makes her own rules.
Listen, you know, Ryder Road's gameplay is the bread and butter, and if they're gonna stick to it, you know, it's gonna work.
Oh, and look at this! Hold on, turn on shared fog again. Look at the riders that have popped up already, and look at the pressure on the city. Vorce doesn't even know.
And wait,
it.
let's fast forward to Vorce's vision, right? No explorers, so can't see any of this yet.
Yeah. So how is Vorce going to deal with these 2 riders and the warrior getting ready to siege the city?
And,
Like
and the totally
Vorce...
natural move here is to train a warrior in that city, right? Vorce is totally thinking, like, I'm just gonna train a warrior there.
Yeah. Oh, he meets them. He sees the rider.
Wait, he meets Anva. Surely he doesn't train a warrior.
He could get a wall here, right?
Can he get a wall?
Yeah.
He could totally get a wall.
No,
Okay, if he wants
no!
the 5 stars, he... Oh shit! Oh no! He's getting sieged. Oh, he's getting sieged.
Yeah, and Anva takes a
Wait,
workshop instead of explorer here.
we spent all this time talking about how Vorce had these beautiful suburbs, nice and easy to get, and Anva is just stealing them. Oh my goodness.
Look at how tastefully this rider is blocking here. As it turns out, wasn't necessary, but just ensuring, yeah, I'm gonna take this city. No, sorry, Vorce. So Vorce in a tougher spot right now, but not the worst.
Yeah.
All right,
There we go. There's an
one
explorer. Yeah, we'll keep a tally for those.
Some good vision. Ooh, explorer back from the ruin.
Yeah, Anva says I don't need to get explorers in my cities. I'll just get workshops instead.
Yeah, just take all the stars, get richer.
Exactly. I mean, Vorce still has these really nice upgrades too, so he's kind of not really hurting for eco right now because he's able to get level 3 upgrades relatively
backwards,
easily.
backwards explorer.
Backwards explorer. Oh no, it was not shaped, so it just goes ahead and grabs the lighthouse.
Yeah, vision on Vorce's, Anva's capital. Hold on.
Right.
Do that. It does get vision on Anva's capital though.
Right. So it wasn't entirely useless. And I guess he would have taken a while to pick up the lighthouse too, so he kind of appreciates that he's able to get that quickly.
So back to Anva's POV. These riders, they all really want to go through this bottleneck, so that roads are going to be in the future here.
Would love to see roads from Anva here.
Yeah.
Climbing!
Yes, so gotta turn back to the shared fog for this one. Yeah, Vorce sees that there's a little bottleneck here and recognizes that Anva's limited with where these units can go. Now, after damaging this rider, this is an order thing because Anva doesn't want to attack with this rider first. Attacks with the rider first, dies, and then if they kill another one of the riders, the forest will block it on the way back. Vorce can pick up some good kills, but now that they bought climbing, access to this tile lets them get this movement in. 2 out of 3 kills now. They want to keep this rider alive. So they'll give a nice target here. And it's
like a
it'll be
different
really
target.
easy. Yeah, for Vorce to pick up a couple of kills on the next turn in retaliation. But Vorce doesn't have climbing. So Vorce only goes after 1 and then misses the rider at 2 out of 3 kills.
Yeah, so that rider could very well promote here, but let's also take a look at a different, like, isn't the warrior also picking up kills too? Like,
Yep.
these are two out of 3 units, so Vorce really doesn't have a great choice about denying Anva a potential veteran here.
The veteran's gonna be really tough to deal with anywhere. Generally, it was looking like Vorce was taking over the oceans with the ports, but it hasn't materialized into much just because they have to deal just with defense, just with all this pressure from the riders.
Yeah, all this warrior spam every turn is preventing Vorce from going, like, ramming or sailing.
I think the explorers and the lack of stars from these cities might be slowing down the tech too. Yeah,
it gets a lighthouse there, but that explorer didn't reveal a whole lot of new information for Vorce either.
Yeah, looking at getting a giant on this city soon. Maybe a port connection here. But no!
Oh!
Look! Roads in this bridge! Break right through. And sacrificing that because they want, boom, that veteran warrior on the capital.
Oh my, beautiful. And wait, let's pause
Every
here
star.
for a second. Vorce
Every
has
star
1
Vorce
star
had.
left. This is a close thing. Vorce almost loses his capital on turn 10 to this gorgeous bridge play. And even though he doesn't lose his capital, it still forces him to use all of his stars on this unsiege. So he isn't really able to progress his game plan. He wants to get in the water. He wants to get rammers, scouts, eventually bombers. He can't do that while his cities are getting sieged and he's spending all of his stars to unsiege them.
And the biggest problem that the riders were having facing that bottleneck just got solved here. 2 tiles to bring it through, and they reach everything. Maybe not this level 2 city producing 2 stars, but these bigger ones, especially the capital that let that siege go through. Yeah, Anva is cooking. Now,
Yeah, that's a huge play.
And remember, Vorce's big advantage. There's another village down here that Vorce wants to grab. Just going to have 7 cities against 5, have a really easy game. But do a quick city count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Vorce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Anva. Anva is going to be the first one to capture this 5th village.
And here come the road connections. This is how Anva plans to circumvent needing port connections, using roads instead to connect his capital to the other cities.
Look, Anva's going to be the first one to hit villages. The raft disembarking. We're going to see a grand bazaar potentially on the next turn for Anva.
How about that turn 11 grand bazaar for Kickoo on Archie? That's some crazy stuff. And look at this veteran warrior just chopping through Vorce's military. Unopposed. Going to force out another giant pop.
Park of Fortune.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think
Anva's setting up the Navy too.
Yeah, and I mean, there's those ruins. Still able to claim those?
No need for an explorer to get that lighthouse. Just put a port east of the city. And
exactly.
Boom! Oh, look at that! Take advantage of the fact that the Juggernaut is stiff. Trying to block with this warrior up front, but Vorce, lacking some stars, did not train the unit on the capital. You gotta take a little look at this. The veteran retreats, and then another road place, another siege on the capital. Yeah,
that's brutal. Vorce's attack here really relied on the giant being able to advance towards Anva City next turn, but it's going to be held up by at least 2 turns.
And that's gotta like go back to splash, and then come back here, and then maybe it can siege instead of threatening on the next turn. The best defense really is offense for Anva here. Speaking of Anva,
am I seeing that right?
Absolutely, it's in the cards. It was written. It seems fated.
You gotta imagine that you know, for those of us who have Magic 8 balls, right? We asked our Magic 8 ball who's gonna win this game, and the 8 ball went to Polytopia and said, "I'll let you do the talking for me." Went ahead and named this city Anva. I mean, if that isn't prophetic, I don't know what is.
When these players are playing live games like this, the kind of pressure that they're under is really intense. Scrutinizing all of their moves, everything like that. What do you think is the psychological effect of seeing your opponent's name carved into your own cities? It's yours, but not for long.
It's almost like it got cloaked, but the opponent didn't even need to spend 8 stars.
But Vorce still not giving up. Takes another explorer.
This guy is addicted to these things. My goodness. It doesn't get the lighthouse, unfortunately.
He does find his 6th city, so he can tie up the city count. And boom, Anva's going to go for forestry, dropping that Grand Bazaar.
And this is why it was so nice to stall Vorce's attack. Now his giant can't hit Anva's giant. Instead, gonna pick up sailing here, look for that ruin in the south and the lighthouse, as well as try to maybe get some starfish for some bombers.
Ooh, the rare self-inflicted from the swordsman.
Oh, poor warrior, it did its best. It did its job, though.
Yeah, the really big thing is that in these games, once you get that navy established, like these scouts and Vorce is looking over those starfish later on, maybe some bombers as well. Those guys do well at dealing with giants, some nice ranged units. Anva doesn't have much for that right now, with just riders. Got to have one giant with the Grand Prism. It's going to be really difficult to defend this Kokoko city. And we might be looking at the same problem from before. Enva has these 5 cities, Vorce has these 7, just produces more units, has more stars, even with the explorers. Stealing 6 stars here. Swing the eco advantage in Vorce's favor. So Enva's all in on defending this city. Needs to play really accurately to make it happen.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to see something. We're gonna need to see something unorthodox, I feel, because otherwise, I mean, how are you gonna defend with a navy over there? There's just no water access that's good.
Yeah, and the scout's already coming out, dealing pesky ranged damage. No retaliation. Another explorer.
Okay, wait.
Hold on. Let's go back. Turn shared fog off. This is what the map is looking like from Vorce's perspective right now. Vorce captures the city to buy another explorer. Where's the explorer going?
Listen, I'm a gambling man just as much as the next person. But
it does not have the legs to get you Eye of God, Vorce.
I think Vorce's, his civilization, they're a seafaring type. They want to explore. They want to get out there. At some point the bloodline starts to run thin. The explorers, they just aren't as good as they used to be. And this guy, I mean, he was the last hurrah. He was trying to get some vision, trying to get the lighthouse, and it was just not to be.
Besides the city that they ended up giving Anva and the capital, that's an explorer on every single one of these cities.
So what you're telling me is Vorce didn't get an explorer on the one city he probably really needed it in, and he got an explorer in every other city.
It would seem that way.
All right.
We continue. Vorce has a series of all these really well upgraded level 3 cities. Anva cities all upgraded too.
Yeah, the eco game is pretty even between both players. Is that a catapult? Wait, back.
Ooh! Yeah, it was difficult. We were wondering, what's Anva's thing gonna be? Where is Anva getting the range units? No scouts or anything. Don't need scouts. Forestry into mathematics and a catapult on the capital.
Guys, catapult on Archie. This is crazy stuff. Anva was like, no, I'm not playing Archie. I'm just playing Drylands, and some of the tiles are blue. Like, that is what Anva said going into this game.
And yeah, this 23 health giant, Anva picked the right one to deal damage to. With that catapult in range, this city looks like it's going to be pretty well defended. So what's going to happen to Vorce's attack? Well, no I've got necessary with the population in from the south. Gonna deal a ton of damage to this giant. Take it down to 2 health.
I mean, now it looks a little dicey, right? Like, how is Anva gonna defend this? This is kind of tricky.
But remember what that giant body blocking is standing on.
Oh, you're right. The bridge plate. We're totally gonna. Beautiful. Oh man. Look at that.
And the giant lives another day.
Wow. Saves the giant as
Pillar
well.
monument. Another level 5 city. Anva's eco is ginormous. Navigation picked up for the starfish, and ooh! Look at that.
What
beautiful bomber. Gets the capital catapult with that too.
That just hoses Anva's defense on land. It's gonna make it so tricky to try to defend that northwest city that Anva took so long ago. And Vorce has quite a few rafts in the water right now. Is definitely going to be able to at least contest that mid portion of the map. And Anva just can't put as many units into the water as Vorce can. Vorce can put 5 units into the water every turn that can reach that middle section of the map. That is significant, right?
Absolutely. What I'm looking at as a really big development, though, is the fact that Anva's been setting up this navy over here. Vorce wants to take this really badly, but what Anva really wants to do is go send in this Juggernaut over here and support it with everything else going on. Anva is slow to do it. Get Rider Road set up first, but yep, ramming. And go straight after that Juggernaut.
Yep. Bomber taking a huge
Just
hit there, and
another
there's another
catapult.
catapult. Beautiful. I mean, when
Bomber's
one doesn't
retreating.
work... I mean, look at this, though. Scout hits the catapult. Gonna need to find a way through here.
Ooh,
Oh
the
my
Juggernaut!
beautiful Juggernaut
That's why the
splash.
port goes here. That's why the bridge goes here, so the port goes here, just for this.
And now the attack is coming in on all
Yeah, the
sides.
veteran
That's a siege to the
swordsman.
east. Wait, Vorce is surrounding this giant.
Ooh!
Oh my
Hero
gosh,
monument!
beautiful Houdini. Oh my goodness. That's what you love to see.
He's parried that big attack that Anva had.
I mean,
The
that's a lot
Juggernaut's
of momentum gone.
Oh!
But that's a
He
gas
left
siege.
it open
That's a
again!
gas
He left
siege.
it open again! You know, the rammers
And
are
now the
tearing
Juggernaut's
through
coming into the middle of the
Vorce's.
map. That's another siege. Vorce is making no stars. 19 stars.
He's stolen this city. He's at 7. He's at 7 cities to Anva's 5. The capital is safe for another turn. 32
He just
stars
has to
right
find
now.
a way to stabilize.
32 to 26. No,
But that
Anva's
siege is
letting it
going through for
happen.
Anva. That giant
Takes it
siege.
back in.
Giant in the middle of the map too.
Mathematics finally getting another giant on this city.
That's another giant too. I think that the position's falling apart.
I don't think Vorce can hold it. No, Vorce resigns. Vorce resigns here.
Wow.
City's getting
what
lost.
a roller coaster.
This is why Anva's a pro. This is why Anva's one of the best to ever do it. Looking at a Kickoo mirror match like this and deciding Rider Roads is the way to go and being absolutely right about it. Oh my, congratulations, Anva.
Amazing game. Well played to Vorce as well. What an exciting turn of events. What an exciting up and down match, right? It seemed like Vorce had it going for him out the gate, and then Anva steals a city, and then Vorce seems to steal it right back, gets a Houdini. Anva with some crazy bridge plays in the middle. I mean, you could not have predicted this game if you tried. Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts in the comments about this incredible game. We'd love to hear your reactions. We hope to see you in future Polysseum tournaments, and links are in the description if you want to join the community over on Discord or follow any of our social media. If you enjoyed this style of content, you can click the video here. Otherwise, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this, and we hope to see you in the next one.